What's going on, guys? I'm Brian from ECI Comfort. We are doing a heater tune-up today. We're going to be checking kind of the three main things. Check proper combustion, we're going to check heat exchangers, we're going to check gas pressure, and make sure your system's working all smooth and properly and ready for the season. Here we are down in the homeowner's basement. They have a gas 80% boiler that we're going to check out and make sure it's burning nice and clean. So first, what I like to do when I come down here, I grab my combustion analyzer and we're going to see how it's burning first to make sure nothing's out of the ordinary. This is our combustion analyzer. It syncs up for about a minute and we're going to check our oxygen, we're going to check our CO2, make sure no carbon monoxide is getting into the house and it's being properly vented out the chimney. So we're going to set this to natural gas. We want to make sure we have negative pressure going out the chimney. Now we're going to watch our numbers here. Baseline for gas boiler, we pretty much want 6 oxygen. I think it's, want to say 10 CO2. We want 0 parts per million, which is the carbon monoxide. So we want that close to 0 as possible. And so far we have a negative draft, so that means it's pulling the exhaust out the chimney. If I had a positive draft, then there might be a blockage. So right now everything looks pretty good. So we're going to pause that, take this out, let that sit there. Now we're going to turn this off. So right now I'm going to remove the chimney exhaust stack. I'm going to remove this so I can access the heat exchanger. Typically, when we take off the stack, we take a look inside the heat exchanger, make sure there's no soot, lime scale, corrosion, dirt, debris built up in there. If there is, we brush it out with a soot vac. Unfortunately, whichever company installed this system did not have serviceability in mind. They made it close to impossible to remove the cover for us to get easy access to the heat exchanger. So we'll just give it a visual inspection and give it a pass. When the stack is removed, we like to take a look inside of the exhaust flue and make sure none of the chimney is collapsing inside. Make sure there's no animals, no blockage. Make sure also the flue is not corroding in any way. So now we're going to check the inner workings of the boiler. We're going to check the burner tubes and make sure they're not backed up or clogged and make sure they're nice and clean so the flame gets through. Now we're going to remove each of these tubes, except for the one that has the pilot on it because you can't really remove that one, but we will shoot air into it anyway. Get a little CO2 cartridge and we're just going to give it a little shot of air. So the reason we're doing this, some of this like composite stuff builds up inside, and if this gets too backed up or clogged, you know, the flame might not come out. Could cause issues for your boiler later down the line. So we want to make sure all those vents are nice and clear. And then since this one has the pilot on it, we're just going to shoot air down into that one. Now we're going to take our shop vac here and we're just going to brush out any of the stuff laying on the floor here of the boiler. So while I got all the burner tubes out and I have easy access to the flame sensor, I'm going to take a piece of sandpaper and clean off the flame sensor so this way I can detect flame a lot easier. So now that all of our burners are clean, we're going to go ahead and put them back in. Doesn't matter which order you took them out in, just as long as the vents are facing up. We're going to put our little cover back on. All right, so next we're going to check the gas pressure coming into the boiler. Too low of gas pressure, it may not light up. Too high of a gas pressure, your combustion is going to be off and it's going to be burning too dark. So I'm going to take my manometers out. Always make sure the gas is turned off before we check these. This top one is our incoming gas pressure. That's coming from the street. And the bottom one is coming from the gas valve to our manifold, to the boiler, to the burners technically. So we're gonna turn the gas back on. And then we're gonna turn the boiler back on. Turning power and we're lit. So typically you want to see around like 3.5 inches of water column is kind of like the magic number. So anything around there with proper combustion numbers, you're pretty much all set. So we have 3.4. That looks pretty good. Actually, and we can also check our combustion numbers again and make sure we are burning nice and clean. So we're gonna print out the report and we're just gonna sign off on it. Over here, we'll check the expansion tank, make sure it's not waterlogged. So you can take a little flat screwdriver, you take this little cap off, just give it a quick press. If you see water, it's waterlogged. If not, you're good to go. Yeah, all set. All air. We're gonna amp out the circulator to make sure it's working properly. This one is rated for 0.54 amps. So we're gonna come over to this wire, hook up my amp meter, 0.51, so that's good, right under. Thanks for joining us today. If you're looking to get your heater tune-up scheduled, give us a call or check us out online. ECI Comfort, bam, right there, logo.